Hello, hello. It is okay. I didn't do the math. So it's been a few days again, not as many as last time, but I maybe shouldn't have promised or tried to commit to daily right on Black Friday. So, Black Friday and the whole weekend up to the end of Cyber Monday and beyond. For any of you who are listening who are entrepreneurs, who are solo business owners, you know this time is wild. It's insane. So, I have been thinking about it. I've just been so dang busy and I have been like in a good way and it's been going really well and all of that. But I am. Um, I definitely like chose to go to bed instead of doing suspending disbelief episodes a few of the nights. I'm not gonna lie. So, where we left off, it was day 221. So for this one, we are doing day 222, day 100, 223, 224, 225, and 226. Oof. 5 days again. It is December 4th, 2024. Um, And really, that's because that is Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and now today is Wednesday, um, following Black Friday. So, um, what has been going on? It's been busy. I mean, I suspended disbelief that I was going to be able to make sales, even though I had been so exhausted and had all that downtime coming up to Black Friday. And you know what? It works. It worked. It happened. I've had sales. Things have been great. Um, Maybe not quite as intensive or busy as last year, but in all reality, that was perfect. That was absolutely exactly what I needed for Black Friday sales this year. Was not for it to be so insanely through the roof. Last year, for any of you who weren't in my world or didn't know this story, last year on Black Friday, I broke my website and I had to move because the platform that I was using wouldn't allow people to add multiples of an item into their cart. So people who wanted to stock up on my crazy good Black Friday sales were not able to do that because they could not add more than one to their cart of something. So, um, that was a massive fail on the part of the platform that I was with. And I won't say their name just because this is timeless content and who knows what they will have changed by the time someone's listening to this. Um, but it was it was just not good. I had so many sales, and it was similar to the whole story that happened in August with ClickFlow, with them doing a bait and switch and all of that. So it was like they didn't do a bait and switch, but I had to, in the midst of like my highest sales period of the entire year of 2023, I had to all of a sudden move my website and I had to do manual sales and I was sending manual invoices and all that same stuff that was happening back in August. So much better experience of this Black Friday, being that I went into it with this um, knowing that I had not done a ton of prep, knowing that I didn't have to do any of it, that I could just sort of let go of the steering wheel a little bit, right? Like chill out, didn't have to make it a huge deal. Knowing that sales are still coming in my business, whether or not it's a special sales day like Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever other holiday throughout the year, right? Um, I went into it completely suspending disbelief that it was going to be perfect. It was going to be exactly what it needed to be. I was still going to make sales. I was going to have exactly the right people come into my business who needed to come in, new clients, the exactly right clients, and that it would not be too much. That I would not have so much hit me. Similar to again back in August, where it was just so much at once, in a really good way, but it was like I've been nonstop busy. And finally, now in December, it's really funny. Somebody actually specifically today was like, you know how unusual that is for someone to be saying that December is their first calm month in a while? And I'm like, yeah, because I've been working my way back to calm. I have been, not trying to fill my calendar like crazy, which is what happened for all of September, October, and November. So it's been great so far. I mean, we're only 4 days in, but it has been awesome. So, all of that said, completely just leaned into it, allowed it to be what it is. I am in the midst of my Wild Clarity Unleashed workshop, which was the continuation sort of the Wild Feminine Success Blueprint Masterclass, which I did the week, like last Friday on Black Friday. This is where we're digging into all of the pieces that I covered in the masterclass of the blueprint, and now looking at them in our own lives, going, okay, what pieces do I need to work on? And in a more broken down format, a deep dive into all of the different aspects of each of those pieces and how, like, whether or not they are areas of strengths or areas of weakness for each individual. And then having this list to walk away with, to go, these are the areas I need to work on, to have this fantastic balance, to have that deep, deep clarity, and to be free from what's been holding me back. So I'm really excited. It's going well, although it was a little delayed. It's flowing, it's moving, things are good. There are very few people in it. I'm okay with it. I barely talked about it. I didn't post about it. I didn't tell people about it. And because I hit that phase of just low energy and just going inward, and I don't want to push it back to closer to Christmas. I am also planning to repurpose it and have it be an evergreen thing that people can purchase. So it's not something, again, I don't want to just put it off, not do it, wait until I have like a huge crowd of people in. It doesn't really matter the numbers that are in there at the moment and live, because the numbers of people who will be impacted by it going forward, ongoing as an evergreen program, are going to be what really matters. So again, suspending disbelief that just having a few people in is enough. And, you know, I'm not beating myself up over that. I didn't sell it a lot. It's perfectly reasonable that there's not a lot of people in there. And I'm okay with it just being more easygoing, less intensive than if there were a lot of people in. So my original goals for both the masterclass and the workshop were higher numbers. Obviously, I had set intentions for how many people I wanted to bring in. But when we're choosing to prioritize ourselves, when we're choosing to prioritize balance in our lives and having everything be calm and good and healthy and working well, sometimes intense and high numbers are not the way to go. And so sometimes our intentions are good in the beginning and then they shift because they need to. And that's exactly what happened. So I'm allowing that. Pardon me. I've been doing a lot of talking because of the workshop, because I'm leaving a lot of voice messages. And then it also following my Butterfly Network office hours, which is also a lot of voice messages. So I'm getting a tickle in my throat. My kids have been sick. So same thing. I'm just like, nope, we're getting lots of rest. We're drinking lots of fluids. We're going to stay healthy, Brianna, and we're not going there. We're not getting sick. So, yeah, so everything has been good. Everything has been on track. And even though it's on track in a different way than I first expected it to be, I do feel that it's on track and everything feels okay. So, apologies again that I'm covering 5 days in one day here, but better than 15, right? We're making improvements. So that is what I have for you today. I will try my damnedest to be back tomorrow, and start getting more and more into those daily episodes and everything again. Stop making excuses. Like busyness and whatever, all of these things, be more prepared. But in general, it feels fine and I'm fine with it. So hopefully having it in one episode instead of me doing a few separate small ones is a little bit easier to consume on your part, so that you're not feeling overwhelmed by like a big dump of them if I had done 15 separate episodes for the last one, things like that. So, and 5 separate ones for this one. Like, it just would be a lot of episodes to catch up on, where when I summarize it, hopefully that's at least better. Because when they're daily, at least they're spread out by 24 hours each. So, Okay, that's what I got for you today. I will talk to you all tomorrow.